Guys, what I want to talk to you about today is a little thing called the marriage strike. Now, a lot of you guys are younger guys. You're young, dumb, full of cum, meet some girl, she knocks you off your feet. You think you're in love, you want to marry her. I'm here to tell you, don't do it. Okay? Do not marry that girl. Because the girl you marry isn't the girl you're going to be married to. I'm here to tell you right now. Now, a lot of you guys are probably thinking, well, what about you? Aren't you married? Yeah, I'm married. But guess what? My wife makes more money than I do, so it makes total sense. And I brought the child to the marriage, and if the marriage ever fails, I'm taking him with me out, because he's my flesh, and she's the stepmom, okay? But I got to tell you guys, marriage is a bad idea for American men today. Let me tell you how it works. You get married, you think you're in love, you have a kid. From the moment you have that kid, she owns you, basically. You are a checkbook, okay? And there are ways now that women, through the color of law, okay, through legal process, through abusive legal process, can take everything and leave you so high and dry. You have no idea how badly you can get screwed today. You have got to ask somebody. If you don't believe the editorialist, you better go and find somebody, go and sit in family court and see what's happening. Okay? Here's how it goes. Back in the old days, before people were passing out restraining orders like they were pieces of candy, like they were Tootsie Pops, people had to go into court as equals and divide the goods in a divorce. But it doesn't work that way anymore. Okay? Thank you again, Bill Clinton. And thank you, George Bush, for your sanctimonious diatribes about marriage. You did absolutely nothing to protect the institution of marriage from these rapacious attorneys out there who are just, this system has just completely broken down as an institution. Okay, marriage has completely broken down now. No fault divorce. In other words, if you're not making enough money, she's going to leave you, go look for somebody else, and while she's doing that, she's going to live in the house. You're going to pay a good bit of that mortgage. You're going to pay more child support than the child is going to receive, okay? Because it's child support is alimony cloaked as support for children in too many circumstances. What's going to happen is she's going to go down and she's going to get a restraining order against you, even though you've never been violent to her in your life. It doesn't matter, okay? Because all she has to do is state that she is afraid that you may be violent in the future. The funny thing about restraining orders is people who really need to be restrained wipe their ass with restraining orders and go and do what they're going to do. People who are truly violent in this world don't pay attention to some piece of paper, okay? They don't look at a piece of paper and say, oh crap, I got to follow this piece of paper, what this thing says, I got to do. No, they pick up a gun and they solve their issues. They create worse issues, but, these people are stupid. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is you're going to have a restraining order put down on you. You're going to have 24 hours to get all your shit out of your house that you've been paying in sweat equity as well as monetary equity for years, who knows how long. She's going to occupy the house. You're going to get crap. Because she's got this restraining order on you, you're going to have to prove that you're not violent in order to even get some kind of visitation with the kids. Chances are you won't be able to prove it sufficiently. And she'll get full custody of the kids. Okay? And you are going to be a checkbook. That's all you're going to be from that point on in the eyes of the law and everyone else. And God help you if you're getting an injury at work, or if you get laid off for any period of time and the recession is here, it's on us, and who knows how long it's going to last. Let me tell you what's going to really happen to you. You're going to be put in a public database. You're going to have your driver's license revoked. You're going to be hauled in front of a judge. It's going to be very humiliating. You might end up with your picture, on the wall at the supermarket, at the post office, or online, calling you a deadbeat when you're in a back brace, or when you're unemployed and actively looking for work. It's not going to matter because these people who are running the show don't give a damn about right and wrong, okay? When they were in law school, they cheated on that ethics exam, okay? They cheated. And they've been cheating ever since. And everything to them is a political calculation. And in that calculation, your rights to due process are at the bottom of the list. I mean, really. They're not even factoring your rights in at all. At all. They're looking at the group that makes the most noise. And these days, we all know which gender that is. And it's not just these days. It's always been like that. Guys, friends don't let friends get married. Friends don't let their brothers get married. If you got a sister, yeah, encourage her to get married. Seriously, it's a gold mine for women these days. They can do no wrong. Okay? She can cheat, get busted, decide she wants out of the relationship, get a restraining order on you because she cheated, so you might get violent. Take the house, take custody of the kids. You're going to be a checkbook until that kid turns 18, and then who knows? You may end up being a checkbook beyond that, because these days people are being forced to pay for their children's college educations, but only in divorce. If you're married, you don't have to pay for your kids' education. See? I'm not saying you shouldn't pay for your kids' education. I'm just saying, look at what's going to happen to your life. Look at what's going to happen to your credit rating. Look at what is going to happen to you. If this woman who you love ever decides that she's had enough of you, the system is rigged to completely nail you to the wall. Okay? Friends, do not let friends get married. Brothers, do not let brothers get married. If your brother or your friend really wants to get married and he has a real hankering, look, you can't stop anybody from making big, huge mistakes. People do it all the time. I guess it's part of just living. Unfortunately, this isn't some kind of a dress rehearsal. Okay, this is it. This is your life. So go into family court. Drag your friends and brothers into family court. Let them see what's going on. Let them talk to a divorce attorney. In fact, I think everybody, before they get married, should go and talk to a divorce attorney and say, hey, what's the worst that can happen to me, even though I'm a decent guy, pay my taxes, love my wife, etc. If she really wants to screw me, how easy is it for her to do that? Get a professional opinion. Don't go into a partnership like this where you are heavily disadvantaged without seeking professional advice. And trust me, if that advice is candid, they're going to steer you away from that institution. You do not want to get married in America today. It is absolutely moronic. Do not do it. Okay? If you want to fall in love, that's fine. I suggest you get a pet. I suggest you get a vasectomy. Honestly, that's what you need. Because as soon as you have that kid, wham! You're a checkbook, buddy. And you are going to be treated like a checkbook. So, please, consider all the ramifications. It's a tough world, and you are at the bottom of the totem pole. This is the editorialist.